Hello, it's Lady Lei on the telly.
And I'm Natrasha.
And this is...
Yeah, Nah. The review show for RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under.
If you enjoy this content, please like this video and subscribe for more.
If you don't like this content, leave a comment below. We'll read it and it will hurt our feelings.
Yeah, call her the fat one.
Why not?
And tell me to fuck off.
I will be doing that later, yeah. We should probably get into it though.
Who left? Oh.
That means nothing.
That means nothing. Art Simone has left. They're all shook.
Yeah, I mean, I could understand. Everyone was talking about it before that she was going to be the clear winner, so I guess the fuck not.
I really liked that Coco was proud of herself though, and didn't let that everyone else was like, because everyone else was like, oh my god, I can't believe, and Coco's like, look, I did a better lip sync, and she felt proud, and I was like, go you.
She should. She did a really good job. I guess like the attitude in the workroom kind of shifted. Everyone was a little paranoid, but from there, they kind of just went straight into great spirits. I think everybody was like on cloud 9 because they're like, well, the one everyone thought was going to win has gone home. We've all got a
Any of
shot.
us can win.
So they were all in a great mood, and I think it was the best episode that they've had yet. It was so much fun. What was your favorite moments in the workroom?
One of my favorite moments was the note.
Yes! Ooh.
The note that said, watch out, and Keita going, it was me. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you like when she said, no, it's me? The camera cuts while she's doing her makeup, so like she
She's
looks like
so
evil.
And it's just like, just kidding.
Speaking of, she does a few false starts in the workroom.
Yeah.
The fight that we thought last week from the preview, we thought like, oh, Electra's being a diva.
Yeah.
They had us on that.
You know, we believed it.
I believed it watching it. I was like, what? What happened?
Honestly, the whole team should have won. They should have changed it to an acting challenge and said you've won. It was really impressive, actually. Yeah.
I love everybody on the other team too, but I really liked that team.
That
Electra.
team was cool. Team Electra.
They were just good spirits. They were having fun. She was looking after them. She was really doing the damn thing, and I was having a great time, especially when they were recording. When
Yes.
Keita Me did such a great job. And Michelle Visage was like, can you do it in French for us? She's like,
wee wee in my pants. I really, really liked how much of a positive light Elektra was showing in when teaching the dancing.
yeah, totally.
The fact that Karen and Maxi were also so open to acknowledge that they thought Elektra had done so well, I think is something that we don't see a lot of on Drag Race. I love being able to see queens like actually saying, you did a really good job, I'm rooting for you this week. It's so wholesome to see that. When I worked at Kalutsi, Elektra taught us the dance, and she's really good at it. She's really fun to learn dancing from. I felt like I was doing learning that dance reminded me that I really like dance, so I totally understood what Karen and Maxi was saying.
Yeah, I mean, you never see it on the show when they do a dancing challenge, everyone's got an ego. And you see it in Scarlett's team. There's so many chefs in the kitchen, everyone thinks they know shit. But honestly, Elektra is a fabulous dancer, and she really did her team right, and I just don't agree with the direction this episode went in. She did such a fabulous job. It was so great,
so
phenomenally good. Were there any workroom moments you didn't like?
Personally, no, but I'm aware that there's workroom moments that you didn't like.
I did not like the, well, I'm not a big fan of these, dial-in guest judge moments. It's pretty depressing.
Yeah, it is odd. And look, did you see how next week there's a sit-in guest judge on the runway?
Oh.
Someone's sitting on the main stage.
That's fake. I'll need to see it to believe it. But no, I did not like Miss Troye Sivan reading a pre-scripted soliloquy about how she's getting raw-dogged and barebacked by Big Cock.
Pig bottom, raw dog, bareback bottom bitch.
You liked it.
I thought it was funny.
I think I just don't enjoy them as a musician because I think they kind of just talk.
Most pop musicians of today talk.
Yeah, who?
I can't stand Lord.
Why?
Because she sings in a way that sounds like she's a troll from under a bridge of LA.
I loved Greenlight. I think Greenlight's a really fun song.
Sometimes-
Wait for it, your queen nut. I want it.
Sometimes I wake up early. And why is she doing a makeup in her car?
'Cause honey, But Troy's words, he's like breathy and just like,
oh my. Yeah, but he's breathy with his
he's like
shirt
got
off.
asthma. He's like,
I die every night with you.
we should be
Oh
musicians.
my.
In case you're aware of this channel, you've got some music on it too.
I do.
Do you breathe like Troye Sivan? You're like, ma.
I've been told off about my breath in singing quite a lot. I am quite a singer-songwriter. But I prefer my breathing more on a Britney scale. You know? Oh, you people look at me.
I enjoy that.
Yeah,
That's better.
That's better.
Yeah.
Well, see, because she's singing, because she's not talking.
Yeah.
Except I never tell on myself, but I hope.
But that might be.
My perfume.
Stop it.
We're
We're trying not to get people angry at us. Say something nice about Lorde.
I enjoy some of her music.
What song do you like by Lorde?
Yellow Flicker Beat.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
I really like by Troye Sivan, My, and the video.
My.
Yeah, I like that he's breathing about, taking
I got every night with you.
Yeah, that's a fun song. And she's doing like a little Michael Jackson moment in her little twink jacket. Skinny, which I think brings us into the challenge because every queen wants us to know how skinny they are.
I will not stand for another season of Drag Race where a contestant writes any fucking lyric, let alone two contestants in one single song containing 4 of them only, decide to sing about, I'm skinny.
I suppose like the big girls do always sing about the big girls, but I understand
Because
there is a
there's
social stigma. Yeah.
Like the way that I see it is, you look at drag queens, right? You look at drag queens, the average size of a drag queen, you look at how many skinny drag queens are successful.
Yeah.
And you think of the queer community and you look inside of the queer community like people at the clubs. How many of them are plus size? And then you look at the stats that actually show the humans in the world, how many humans are plus size? Huge amount. It's because the queer community doesn't accept that into their nightlife environment.
There is a stigma against larger size bodies, and I think I'm not saying there's not stigma about people being, malnourished or having eating disorders.
There is also that.
There's absolutely those stigmas, but I agree that we shouldn't be celebrating being skinny, like lording it over anyone. Like, I've got the skinniest waist. I'm sorry, like
tiny waist.
Like, it made sense maybe when Violet Chachki did it because she was like unhumanly, like it wasn't about her biological. It wasn't about her body.
Yeah, she did corset training.
Yeah,
that was a style. I've taken 10 inches off my waist.
Yeah.
Mama, have they taken 10 inches off their waist? Probably not. They're just skinny.
Which is fine and like great, but I agree, it's not something we're celebrating. So 2 lyrics, it's a nah from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah. Oh, we.
So, I think we've had some
Did your voice drop it?
So, I think we've talked a little bit about the challenge and our frustrations already. We should talk about our favourites from the actual number, I think, and our least favourites, rather than going on everybody.
I think that my favourites of the week were Kita and Elektra. I think the group stood out for me. And I think that Elektra dancing, like, in the front while the others were doing the thing in the back didn't make her necessarily Beyonce it. A group can have a dancer. Like, it's a group. A group shouldn't all be... I just don't like when they say that one person can't stand out for this or that, because I think that all of them stood out for different reasons.
Well, the thing is, as well, with the other group, you could argue Scarlett stood out.
Yeah.
They weaponized it against one group and not the other. And I actually think Elektra made everybody shine.
Yeah.
I think the only time she didn't was maybe Maxi, and I don't know if that was a choice of Maxi's to make the decision to be on the ground the whole time. That was the only shortcoming.
I would love to be on the ground the whole time. There's so much that you can do on the ground, and I think that because her lyrics were so much about like being like sexy and having the breasts and the rump to boot, and if she was like doing like floor work and stuff, and then there was that one comedic moment when she's like, shit, I can't get up. And if she was being sexy that whole time, it would have given so much more value to the funny moment of when she's like, I can't get up. But it made it look like she was flailing and struggling on the floor.
Yeah, it was a bit messy. But I think overall, I think it should have been judged in teams because I think that group was better than the first one.
Overall, I think the Electra'S team was my favorite team.
I agree, yeah. Do you have any least favorites from the overall challenge if we put both in? Like if we're judging it as judges saw it, who were the worst two for you out of everybody?
I don't believe Coco did as bad as they wanted us to think she did.
I could understand what she was saying.
Yeah.
I had a big problem with everyone. I think it's because of Shea Coulee in season 9. Everybody thinks that double time and saying as many words that rhyme as quickly as you can is a good methodology and it's clever. If I can't understand you, what was the point? I couldn't understand any of that first team except for Coco. And while I argue Scarlett was the best performer of her team, I still couldn't understand her either.
No.
And I could understand almost all of Electra's team.
I could actually understand all of Electra's team. I think that Maxi and Karen's vocals weren't good, but they were audible, which is so important when you know, it's basically half of the challenge.
I also thought Elektra was quite a good singer. She sounded really nice.
Yeah.
I think we have slightly different least favorites. I think, based on what we said before, I really didn't like the lyrics that Satura brought. I think her look made the least sense from her team. She looked quite matronly. She was a step behind everybody else. I think they didn't show it as much, but I mean, as someone that does group choreo, and girl, I'm a step behind myself, you could tell she was behind. Like, Anita was off, but you could see like she was a whole beat off at times. I think she was worse than Coco.
Yeah.
And I would say, if we're including both teams, Maxi, if only because she was on the floor the whole time.
For me, I found the whole experience very enjoyable from both teams. Like, I'm definitely nitpicking here,
Exactly.
I think. But in saying that, because I'm nitpicking, I feel like outside of Kita and Elektra, I could give a reason for any of the others to be in the bottom.
But the biggest crime throughout this whole episode, and I will not stand for it, Queens Down Under, our tuck is tight.
We don't tuck.
Ma'am, do you know any Australia, New Zealand queens? Those dicks are out. Those vages are out, because we have gender diversity here. Everybody's genitals are untaped. No. These pads are thick.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all might get a little bulge, but that's fucking my business.
Yeah, I mean, I've had my ball pop out before, but, you know, there was so many layers of tights, it didn't matter.
I have had a
It just looked like a tumor.
I've had a meteor situation. Sometimes with the leotards, I will opt it. But I will say, like, every day I'm in drag, nah, ma'am, I like to pee.
I'm wearing shorts right now.
Don't show them. Put that down. We don't want another R18 episode. No.
It's shorts.
Keep it down.
Okay. Oh, no.
I've been the whole time you've been talking because I just like, I like
What's gonna be R18 if you wrist?
I keep doing this because I love the fit of the dress. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Oh my good cake, curly God.
To be a little candid, speaking about the tuck, one of my balls is like sitting like up under the corset. It's so painful. So I keep like going like, we might cut this.
I'm not cutting that. I'm subtitling it.
Shut up. Okay, done. No, runways. First up, Ketamine.
I liked Ketamine's look because I could see that they were going with the like rock music theme. It looked a little bit, the dress looked a little bit rockabilly to me. For me, like, I've always related Bogans to like hot rod shows and stuff where like they invest like a lot of rockabilly looks.
I know the
stuff.
scene Kate is from, and like I got like a lot of like rock, like heavy metal, hard rock, punk from it. So I liked it. I really like it as a look. For the theme, I'm like, it's a little off, or like not as much fun for the theme as I would have liked. But I like the look. I really think it's a cool look. So I would give it a yeah.
I'll give it a yeah. Next we have Etc. serving the mum from Mean Girls.
Yeah, this was a nah from me straight off the bat. Not really Bogan, it was Valley Girl. It looked a bit basic, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, I think that they had the juicy tracksuit and they said, let's put long nails on it and give myself a snag tooth.
Yeah, nah.
Nah.
Up next, Electra Shock.
I liked Electra'S.
I thought I got like 80s Bogan, like it was maybe a little not time period specific, but the look was actually quite cool. Like, it's the best look she's had all season. It was pretty well put together, maybe a little over accessorized, but that kind of feels like the point.
Yeah, I think that the over accessorization, if you will, I think made a lot of sense with like a bogan.
Chugging the bourbon as well, very much a moment, like she put it in her
Yeah.
whole mouth. She sold the routine. I think it was successful. This was a yeah for me.
It was a yeah for me too.
Up next, we had Anita Wiglett.
I personally didn't think that this fit the theme.
No.
I saw denim. I guess it fits denim.
I just think it wasn't enough. I think this was a bit misaligned. She almost looked like a sailor that had been like beaten up a bit. Like she had like the Navy uniform. She's from the Navy. She played bands in the Navy. I got a little bit more sailor, drunken sailor from it than bogan. It's a nah from me.
It's a nah from me.
Up next, we have Scarlett Adams.
I enjoyed this.
It was funny.
It was funny. It was a goon bag.
It was like, I mean, from Hamilton, everybody knows a goonie.
Everyone knows a goonie, yeah.
This was the only look I thought hit the comedic theme that I wanted from Bogan Prom. Also, Bogan Prom, Bogan Formal, guys.
Yeah, I've never said prom here. I haven't said formal. I've said ball.
Bogan ball. It's also sounded better. I also like that she had a goon bag.
In the goon bag.
In the goon bag.
Yeah.
That was real great.
That was fun.
I think this was a very strong look. This was a yeah from me.
It was a yeah from me. It was my favorite of the week.
Absolutely.
Up next, we have Karen from Finance.
It's like a little 80s. I kind of got Vicky Pollard from Little Britain.
Okay. I got the mum from It. And she wears like that colour in like a tracksuit, and it was a way to elevate it, I thought.
Well, you thought it was inspired by It. I did not think it was It. This is a nah from me.
This is a yeah from me.
Up next, we had Maxi Shield. I said this and watching it, and I felt bad saying it because I really enjoy Maxi. It almost feels like she's packed a wardrobe she just had, and she's like, what's gonna fit this theme this week? Because she's been so it's been like, you could argue it's to theme, but it's not really for the theme. This is enough for me. I don't need to say anything else.
At the same time, I do feel like it fit the theme enough for me. I guess because I relate the bogan aesthetic to the 80s so much. And so for me, it's a tentative yeah.
Okay.
Maybe because I just like her a lot as well.
I do love it.
Coco! We have Coco Jumbo. I think I liked that her knees were muddy from sucking dick in the
I liked the joke. I thought I liked it was like prom. It was just a prom look, but then she added something a little unsavory to just a prom look. I think it was better than some, but I still didn't like it enough. I think I just wanted more from everybody. I was so unimpressed overall.
I did want more from everyone.
So
it's a nah from me.
Should we go into the judging?
Yes.
I didn't agree.
The fucked up judging.
It's a nah from me, the judging.
It's a nah from me too.
Electra in the bottom, just any way you shake it, not true. No.
Not true.
Not at all. My bottom two are Maxi and etc. and my winner is Elektra. That's how I would have judged it, because Elektra did such a fabulous job helping everybody.
For me, the great thing about drag is like how good it can feel.
Yeah.
And if you're up there and it's a group of 4 people so confident, so happy to be performing together, that is just life to me, and I'm sad that it wasn't recognized by the judges. Scarlett and etc. were butting heads so much, and I personally thought that it showed.
I think so too.
I think that outside of Kita and Elektra, any of the others could have been bottom 2.
But the bottom 2 was Elektra and Coco Jumbo, and the lip sync, another judging call I don't agree with.
Did you think that Coco did better in the lip sync?
I think Coco did better in the lip sync. I love Elektra and she's incredible, but she did feel a little like she was throwing everything at them for a song that's quite soulful and quite soft. It's not quite as like...
Like, I guess the splits aren't really for it.
No.
It should have had maybe like a
Coco was very in that rhythm. She was like doing a little quirk. She didn't feel unconfident. The judges only laughed at Coco.
So, Coco Jumbo was eliminated. I think that they took it so well.
They did take it really well. It's sad to see because she was actually my favorite Australian person to go.
I really loved Coco.
I'm gonna miss her. I feel like she was too soon. I am still very excited for the season. I'm enjoying a lot of these girls, and if you're enjoying what you're seeing with us, tune in next week. It's going to be on Wednesdays,
hopefully. Well, Wednesday New Zealand time, which is Tuesday American and most other countries' time.
On Wednesday, we wear pink today.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
Pink.
But if you like it, subscribe. Get us to 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully one day.
Oh, so that we can get paid.
We can get paid. Comment below if you don't want us to get paid.
Yeah.
And...
see you next week, yeah.
Yeah, that!
Oh, this has been, yeah.
Wait. Okay, back up.
This has been...
yeah!
Nah.
Just
what a show!
Shut it down.
We shut it down.
Round the alarm.